The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh, and promise not to leave nothing left. If you vomit, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
Great intro. Great intro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, party people?
Everything's good. The precursor to that new Morris Media shit was...
Hey, that was kind of hot right there.
Hopping. That was real big cinema shit.
Yeah, it really was.
Thought I was at the movies.
Man, I need some enhancements on my shit right there, man.
She fucked your whole intro up with that one. Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
She topped that one.
Is that what we're doing here, man?
That's
we're trying to
doing,
top the intros?
Yeah.
Oh, ain't that something, man?
50 episodes, you need some new shit, my nigga.
Yeah. That's old news, huh? I feel y'all. Yo, Mike Robertson Blvd. Thanks for joining everybody. Party people. Yo. I'm Mike Robertson, your host of this great show today where we're talking about music. Okay. Everything music today. To the right of me, I got my man Dewan Encyclopedia Brown. What's up?
That's it. What's up, y'all? Y'all good?
Dewan is an aficionado on damn near anything in the world, which includes music. Very
few things.
Very few things.
Sports, politics, and music. I don't talk about anything outside of that.
Oh, really?
I just know a shitload about a few things.
Okay.
Oh, so somebody bring up like mathematics, you'll be like,
I pass it on.
What's the musical rhythm of A plus B?
I don't talk math in the music context, but as far as math, I pass.
All right, he passing.
Pass.
All right, to the left of me, I got my new homegirl I just met today, a songstress named Sunset.
It's all good. I'm Sunset. That's it, and that's all.
She is Sunset. I was just clowning before,
Sunset
calling
Brown.
her Sunrise and
Sunset Brown.
All these things. Sunset Brown in the place to be. How you doing?
I'm absolutely blessed to be here with y'all and my brother here.
Dang, you sound like you used to talking on the mic.
I absolutely am.
Can you give us a little hum or something?
A little hum.
Even that was harmonic.
Yeah, I put you on this side. All right, you'll see by the end of this show that I'm the non-singing this motherfucker around.
That's okay. We got your back, though.
All right. Next to us, on the far right, we have Mr. Melrose Uncut, the most
interesting comic in the world.
Right on cue, man. What's up, Melrose?
All's well, brother.
I'm so happy to have you here, Melrose. Melrose, unfortunately, his pops passed away a couple weeks ago, man.
A week ago today.
A week ago today, man. And Melrose is back in the game, man. Y'all see that, man? I'm proud of you, Melrose. You're doing good, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Everything all right with you guys, man? You in the fam bam?
Yeah, man, we coping.
Yeah. Melrose killed Ronnie Raw's show last week. Ronnie Raw threw a hot show, man.
It was a hot show.
Did y'all pick that? She threw a hot show. Melrose, you got busy.
I was in regular form.
The most interesting comic in the world form?
Yeah, I was in regular form.
Well, you'll see Melrose and Mr. Dewan Brown on my show live at the J-Spot on April 21st. So y'all come and see. Also, it's Mr. Al Toomer, Kamira Moore, Akila.
Kamira White, nigga.
Kamira White.
Did not do her like that.
This nigga is dyslexic than a motherfucker today.
Who the fuck is Kamira Moore?
Who is Kamira
Niggas
Moore?
want more Kamira, but nigga, it's not Kamira
Moore. There's not even a Moore. Huh?
It's one more Kamira, but not Kamira Moore.
We need more Kamira.
Yeah, we need way more Kamira.
Yeah, that's what
Kamira killed it too. Did you see that, man?
She was on fire. I told her that was some nigga. I was a fan in that show.
Yeah, that shit was hot.
I thought I ripped it up. I was like, nigga, I'm walking away. I ripped this motherfucker, and there she go, nigga, tear the roof off the motherfucker.
Slow it down.
Yeah, she like pump your brakes, nigga.
She was calm too, the way she was killing him, man.
She tells a joke about her daughter That I think it's just absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Like I die every time.
Crazy. So anyway, Kamira White, Akila Luku, Willis Turner, Al Toomer. We're going to have a great show, y'all. So anyway.
Fire lineup.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire lineup.
Fire and desire, baby. All right, so today we're talking about music, right?
Okay.
So what I thought I would start by doing is first talking about what is perceived as the definition of music. Okay?
What
And
is perceived?
I read this definition, and I actually kind of liked it.
Okay.
It says that music is defined as the art of combining vocal or instrumental sounds, or both, to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of emotion.
It's bullshit.
I think it's perfect.
That's bullshit.
I think it's perfect.
That is bullshit.
Isn't that on point?
I think it's perfect.
That was on point.
It's on point.
That was a white definition of music.
Okay, give
No,
me the
it's not. It's an
definition.
in tune version.
What's your definition, Melrose?
Music is some shit you listen to in your car.
No.
So,
That's undermining what music
leave
is.
it to a black guy to use the word in the sentence that he's explaining in the definition. Music is music, man.
Yeah.
No.
All right, Dewan, what you think about the definition? That's kind of on point.
Well, that's on point definition. You know,
Yeah.
I like the average white man's definition. Music is the queen of my soul.
Okay.
I love that.
Oh, now that's hot right there.
Yes.
Music is the soundtrack to every haircut.
Forever branded.
For the most part, yes.
Black Hollywood, 89, blah, blah, blah.
8916 Southwest.
Yeah. All right.
We play nothing but the hits.
So then I said, okay, look, let's talk about some history. I just wanted to go back to see what they say the history of music is. One little sentence I found. I actually just typed in, what's the history of music? And this is the first thing that came up. So basically it said, music is found in every known culture, past and present, varying widely between the different times and places. Blah, 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 blah. So it may be concluded that music is likely to have been present in the ancestral population prior to the dispersal of humans around the world.
You think?
Consequently, oddly enough, they use consequently. Music may have been in existence for at least 55,000 years, and the first music may have been invented in Africa.
Oh, God, may have been.
It was most definitely invented in Africa.
Mike is known to find the
Where-
whitest
yeah,
definitions
yeah,
and shit.
where
like
did that
nigga.
come
May-
from, my
may
man?
have.
Like, where did that come from?
I just saw Wakanda too, nigga. This nigga. It was
There's a
music in-
westernized history version.
Absolutely it
May.
does.
That's why I said, oddly enough, they use consequently.
That's why, like, we as black people,
Music may have
that's
been
why,
in
like,
existence.
Keyword
we as
may.
black folks have to understand how to decipher the codes that they talk through.
Absolutely.
Anytime they suggest Africa, it happened in Africa, goddammit. There's no doubt about it.
Keyword
They
may.
wouldn't bring it up.
Keyword is may.
May.
And then it says, may have been invented in Africa and then evolved to become a fundamental constituent of human life.
Okay. Well, that happened in Africa, too. So
Yeah, that happened in
thanks.
Africa, too.
Thanks, Rebecca, or whoever put that together. But absolutely, it was the first universal form of communication.
And still,
Period.
music and math are the only two universal languages on earth. And that's it. And you can speak. I remember, like, I've been in jam sessions with people who didn't speak English.
Yep.
And when we plan for them 2 or 3 hours, we jamming, we talking. And then you could be in other countries where they don't know the language, but if you hit that motherfucker down on the 1 and bring it down and break it down on the 2, they gonna love it no matter what they
Can't
speak.
deny that.
They
You
gonna
can't
feel
deny
it.
that.
Can't be
They gonna feel it. You have no choice as a drummer when I vary my kick pattern on how to bob your head. It's just how we get down. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's
You in
African.
control, man.
I'm
Yeah.
in control as a drummer. That's what I love about it.
Universal
I'm in control. I'll tell you how to dance.
All right, man. So I'm going to throw some things out to you guys. Y'all jump on in, right?
Teach me how to Dougie.
I'm going to start with talking about the decades, all right?
Okay.
We got to talk
Okay.
about music in the decades. And I'm going to choose my favorite decade of music and tell you why. I think the best decade of music is the 1970s.
I agree with that.
And I feel like that because the 70s was the time where there was a bunch of different types of musics evolving and literally being created right before our eyes. There was the creation of hip-hop during the 70s. There was the creation of disco during the 70s. There was the creation of reggae during the 70s, even though it evolved from ska or whatever. But what we call reggae that came in the 70s. The perfection of the big band and funk music all evolved heavily in the 70s.
Okay.
The recording of music improved greatly in the 70s.
Okay.
And also pushing it out via wax and radio transmission, tape and everything. It was just such an explosion in the 70s, man. I'm picking the 70s, man. What you say, Melrose?
I'm going to go with the 90s.
Ooh, Melrose going with the 90s.
That's
Why?
a hot take,
I'm going to go with the 90s. The 90s was the evolution of everything that the 70s birthed. You know what I'm saying? It was the adult version of the 70s babies manifesting their chronological experiences.
Fluctuating your liquids.
Yeah, which perpetrates the Jerry Curl's activation. But I think the 90s was the dopest period. I mean, me being a 70s baby, living in the 90s, I think 90s was so social political, so radical. It made niggas from the 70s uncomfortable.
Ooh, now that is true.
You know what I'm saying? Like it made adults uncomfortable about what they produced, and all the 90s was a reincarnation and a misunderstanding of everything that the 70s produced.
Damn, all right, Melrose, get that boy a master's degree, man. While we at it, man.
Good morning.
What you say?
Dang, you guys really put it out there. I was going to go 100% with you because it's the birth. Like, you can't, it's almost like exalting the son without acknowledging the mother. You know what I mean? So
That's
the
right.
70s is absolutely where all of that came about. And then, but I think I'm going to find a comfort place in the 80s.
Okay.
Because it was kind of like the segue, the liaison. You know, it was like taking what was happening in the 70s and kind of starting to, morph it. It was like the metamorphosis period. It was like the cocoon. The 70s was a caterpillar. We're the cocoon, and then you got the butterfly, in the 90s. So I'm gonna go with the 80s because the birth thing, the womb, the utero period is very important.
Oh, okay. All right.
master's degrees.
You're taking it to the cocoon.
I'm gonna take it to the utero period.
Master's degrees in here.
Yeah, we in the cocoon. All right.
We're in the
What you say,
cocoon
Joe?
here.
I'm gonna go with Mike and say the 70s. For the same reason they're saying, but I take it back a little further because, 1910 we had ragtime, in the 20s we had jazz, in the 30s we had blues, in the 40s we had standards and big band.
Wait, in the 40s we had what?
Standards and big band.
Okay.
And in the 50s is when it was the birth of rock and roll with Ike and Tina Turner. Tina wasn't there yet, just Ike. The first
Row Slaps came out.
See, that's one thing we got to stop. Like, Ike was a legend, and it's unfortunate that he's remembered by that movie because this was the first.
Unfortunate that he be slapping hoes,
Right,
man.
that's a more unfortunate part. That's a more unfortunate part.
But the Warner Brothers raped everybody that we saw on TV. We don't
True.
mention that first. We just say how great of business people they are. But when they black, we talk about what was wrong.
True.
Let's get back to the first person who ever recorded an R&B song was Ike Turner, Rocket 88,
All right.
1951.
Don't play
and
with
then
it.
we get to the 60s, and when you get to the 60s, you're dealing with now the Motown and the Stax era. And that's doo-wop, and that's the groups and the individual groups.
Okay.
And then when we get to the 70s, we get to the culmination of it all.
Yeah, it's
because
true.
we still had the live band. You still had the doo-wop groups. You had the Dramatics. You had the Whispers. You had them around. You had rock that was around. You had metal that was coming out. And metal and rock all comes out of funk. You know what I mean? That all comes from funk. We forget that.
Even funk.
Yeah.
Funk comes out of funk.
Funk. Oh yeah, all that comes. That's funk. That's James Brown
She
funk.
said some funky shit. Funk come out of funk.
Punk. No, I said punk.
Oh, punk.
Punk.
You had
I like funk.
You had the beginning. You had the beginning of punk, like you say. You had disco.
Yeah,
You had the
exactly.
beginning of hip hop, and you still had the live sound.
Yeah.
One thing that the '90s missed on, the '90s didn't have a live sound, and as Africans, we got to have live instrumentation. The snare drum is flesh from the animal. The organ corresponds with what's going on inside of you.
The 90s was the evolution of niggas who didn't have music class.
I'm saying that's a different point. And
But see-
the 90s was a good thing, but when I go to the 70s was still the soundtrack of the 90s.
Yeah.
Because the 70s didn't have too many new beats coming out.
Right, we
When you talk about Bad Boy, when you talk about Death Row, you talking about remakes of James Brown.
That's
You're
right.
talking about remakes
Right.
of the Bar-Kays.
All the
You're talking about Curtis
originators
May-
are in the
You're talking
70s.
about, if you want every Puffy hit was Nile Rodgers. You know what I mean? So you can't.
I think that's the beauty of it. Like when you can merge.
It's beautiful.
The past. Like these was the niggas that merged the past with the present. The first time motherfuckers sampled some shit. Like, nigga, that shit need to come today, right now.
And the people in the 90s revitalized all that. All those guys were
they revitalized it.
In popular music.
Just my personal bias, when you take what was done live and process it through a computer, that's microwave. It's cool. But I want to hear the authentic groove that came out the 70s.
You want to. There's no market. There was no market for that.
When's the last time you used it?
And I'll tell you why it stopped. It didn't stop because it wasn't a natural stoppage.
Okay.
In 1978, Columbia University studied. They had a study. They said black music is going to be too far ahead of white music by the year 2000. This came out of a study at Columbia University. It's called the White Paper Reports. And they said, what do we have to do to slow down the progress of black music? They said the first thing we must do is take the live instrumentation out. Right. Because that gives the spirit.
Well, but look, that's what happened with the 80s. The thing with the 80s is kind of like what you said, is when the introduction of artificial sounds really came.
And that was the thing is, it wasn't a natural evolution; it was forced.
Yeah, and you could tell at first when you look at like Pat Benatar, all these people that was making songs in the early 80s, you could see it was all mechanical sounding or whatever. But over time, as we got closer to the 90s, it started to perfect the sampling, started to perfect the keyboard sounds and everything. So by the time the 90s hit, it was like, oh, it's cracking. Let me go back in.
Niggas was taking the live drum shit and flying it in. Like, nigga, that's a live snare.
Also,
that's
you expanded the accessibility because Ice Cube, Dr. Dre and all them they didn't have access to the bands and everybody and the people who could play the bass and all that.
Nigga,
so you
just call in
accessibility. You expanded the accessibility. Now you got all these people who can make music now. And that's also a beautiful thing.
And it also got a lot of musicians fired. A lot of people who could play an act without a word.
I agree.
They done. All right, look, next one.
What up?
I want to see where y'all at with it as far as what your preferences are and how you judge things. So I'm going to pull up a few artists, and you guys are going to tell me who's better. Got that? Starting with this one.
Lord.
Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight. Who's better?
Patti LaBelle.
You going with Patti LaBelle?
I'm going to go with Patti LaBelle because not only could she sing, but the bitch made a killer pop.
Oh my God. I cannot deal with that.
This nigga right here.
Killer pop.
That's a nigga response.
Potato pie. I got one in my trunk right now.
Nigga, Patty pie, nigga. Gladys ain't do nothing but pip.
What you say?
I'm going to go with Gladys. I worked in her restaurant when I worked in Atlanta. She's a beautiful lady. Okay, whatever. I'm going to have to give her. But also because I've actually tried to sing many of Gladys's songs. And though Patty's songs are... Tried, because she's Gladys and I'm who I am. It don't mix all the time.
It don't work all the time.
She's on the elevated level, but so is Patty. But the difference is sometimes I just feel like Gladys's music was just a little bit more
better,
technical. Where Patty could scream and yell and put the heart into it, almost like a Mary J. Blige. But Gladys's was you had to be a technical singer to get through all of that stuff.
And you needed 4 niggas too.
Okay.
She had her own. She had her own run.
Hey, Patty had hair.
That's just where I'm at.
She had a gang of hair, nigga. That shit was
Patty's little hair.
But Patty had it all. Patty had the mass appeal and all that, and that makes it what it was. But technically, I'm going with Gladys.
Okay, I'm also going with Gladys. I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Gladys one day. I was on set with her all day.
You know every goddamn body.
Nepotism.
And I shook her hand, and it was so soft.
And I imagine
she was so soulful.
You didn't say anything.
This time I did. This time I did. I said, Gladys, do you remember me?
Gladys?
She did not. Anyway, I'm picking Gladys.
Okay. See, I don't like picking, but like for its voice, I love Patty's range. You can't. I saw her. You can't. Her range is impeccable. But as far as catalog, I'm going Gladys because Gladys also had a strong voice, and Gladys had a soulfulness to her.
Soulful.
And I saw her at the Bowl twice. Not last summer, the summer before that. I saw her twice at the Bowl, and she still had her voice.
Absolutely.
Like Gladys was still singing.
Oh hell yeah!
It's technical.
Yeah, and like the girl, the lady is in her 70s and sound like she did in the 70s. But Patty, the only thing, the only downside with Gladys, the only downside with Gladys is, how the hell, Gladys? I got a question. What in the hell made you become a Mormon?
Oh man, she a Mormon?
What?
She a Mormon.
Man, I'm taking my vote back, man.
What the hell? Put you with the
She was
Mormons?
trying to get some of that ancestry DNA paper they give in right now.
Okay, Teddy Pendergrass or Al Green?
You making this difficult.
Teddy, nigga.
Teddy?
Easy call.
He says easy call. We going for
What?
this?
Teddy Pendergrass was the first masculine.
Oh, really? Really?
Wait. Voice.
Really?
Voice.
Do tell, Melrose.
Voice.
Do tell.
Voice. Like,
What's he now?
outside of his sexual preference, his voice
If we just
was.
isolate the music.
Can we? Are we talking?
Yes, can
we talking about the music?
Yeah, we're talking about. He was. I don't know. It was something about his
delivery.
his delivery. It was
Turn him off.
Yeah, like
he was more
the
of a
first.
baritone.
Yeah, he was a
He was a
manly
baritone.
man in the music.
Yeah.
Like, come on and go with me. He maxed somebody
on
out
and
the
go
club.
with me.
Yeah. But the lyrics were also very kind of like take charge and very like.
Yeah, he
The
never.
lyrics were aggressive.
And this is one thing
Turn him off.
I tell people, like, when you listen to "Come On and Go with Me,"
Come
he never asked,
Never.
"Will you come?"
But that's not consent. That's not progressive.
He said, "Come."
But that's
That would
not
be a Me
consent.
Too song
You
if it
best
came out
come-
today.
Yeah, you best come with me right now.
Well,
What
he
you
did
say?
say come. He asked to
Yeah.
come along, but then he said turn him off, and that's not consent. That's
So what you
making-
say?
Women love when you hear that,
I'm gonna go with Al. I know I keep going against my brother right
No,
here.
no. Speak
I'm gonna
your
go with
mind.
Al, and because with Al, like the hits is just the hits.
No,
Sometimes you gotta go with the hits. Are we gonna really run down Al's hits
No,
versus
we need
Teddy's?
Not. Yeah, we need not.
The hits.
We might have
No,
to.
I-
Melrose might
We
need that.
might.
If you
You
want to
might
go
need
hit
to
for
run that
hit,
fade.
if you want to go
Might
hit for
have
hit,
to
Teddy.
do that.
If you want to go hit for hit, Teddy is out early.
Teddy is
out early. If we're going hit, I'm talking about hits.
Melrose.
I'm not
it was
talking
that
about
whole-
what you like or what sounds good. I'm talking about bona fide chart topping. Everybody knows them. Your granny and your granddaughter knows the hit.
Okay, let me say this. I agree with Melrose wholeheartedly on everything he said, but I'm still rolling with Al Green on this one.
Okay.
For what you said, the soul level was just so high, man. And he mixed a little gospel kind of influence into it, man. And that motherfucker, man. Hey, Al Green, I'm rolling with you, buddy. What'd you say, man?
I gotta go with Al, and I love Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and I love Teddy. But I like more Teddy's hits with Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes than I do on his own. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I like their B-sides too. So I'm gonna go with hits, but he also has strong B-sides, both to him and Al. But Al is a motherfucker. This motherfucker grits and gravy.
Yeah, he
right
survived
there.
grits, baby.
That's Stax Records right there at his best.
Who can
But-
survive hot grits on their ass and keep singing, man?
You
Melrose?
can survive with
Not that many
best
people,
like
man.
nigga.
Are you look? You
Not that
Crash.
you can put love and happiness
Love and happiness.
Shit, I'm gonna go.
against any song right now and let it try to stand
This
up.
motherfucker Al Green had a song that said, "Have you been making out okay?"
Ooh.
You know what I
Heavy,
mean?
though.
And since I dumped your ass,
Yeah.
you been good?
You been good? All right, let's keep going.
That was mental
I
health
miss you.
advice
I
back in
miss
the day.
That wasn't nothing but
right,
I
man.
miss you, baby.
Let's bring it more current right here. What y'all say, Maxwell
my
or
God.
D'Angelo?
Oh my goodness.
Maxwell, easy.
Oh Jesus.
Maxwell,
Maxwell, easy call, Melrose?
easy call.
You said Maxwell on pass.
Maxwell.
Okay.
I need a personal fan for D'Angelo. Just the image. Jesus, help us, Lord.
Oh, shit.
Bring us some more presidents.
Oh my God. D'Angelo, period. Like, are you kidding me? D'Angelo's first album? D'Angelo's
pretty much his
first
only album.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wait. Voodoo that came right after? Voodoo kills anything.
And the new
music.
shit, too.
Voodoo
The new
was
shit.
so deep musically.
shit, too,
You
though.
are a band member. You're not a rapper. You are a band member. You should be able to appreciate. And then forget Voodoo. Let's go on to his more
Yeah, Black Messiah.
Yeah,
Black Messiah. Black Messiah is actually before its time, and we're not going to be able to appreciate that album
just like
until
Voodoo was.
Exactly.
Niggas are just now coming around. Voodoo is just now sort of.
And in 5 to 7 to 10 years, we'll just be able to process Black Messiah. But it is an amazing album.
The reason he took off so much time with Black Messiah, what he said was he was teaching himself how to play the guitar.
Is that what it was?
And he said, yeah.
Lies. Teaching himself how to
You're
play
mad.
the guitar.
And you need to stop.
I'm going with D'Angelo all day, man. That nigga Maxwell got some joints,
Such
man.
a musician.
He a smooth motherfucker. And I'll play his songs, but D'Angelo's the only dude that's cool enough that a nigga can say, like, I like that guy, man.
Yes.
He ain't all sweet and all that, dude. And he got beats. He used raw bass. He used very few instruments in his songs. He layer it up, man. D'Angelo is the business.
I gotta, like, I love Maxwell because that was the first concert me and the wife ever went to. And I mean, I got all his albums and the shit. And Maxwell got that live
poster on the wall and everything.
You know,
but,
and they both got for me, I love music with live sound. So I'm always they both got live sound.
Right.
But what D'Angelo did on Black Messiah was the same thing he did in Voodoo. He went back to the 70s style of recorded it on analog, using live instrumentation. Questlove on the drums, Paco Padilla on the bass. The bassist from the Who. I mean, the motherfucker had the gently layered the violins in the back on the last album.
Oh my God.
He has that James Brown.
He took it to the motherland, bro.
You take this with a lot of James Brown, a lot of Prince, and he got his own thing.
Took it to the motherland. All right, next one. I think this is the last one. I don't know. I think this might be the last one.
Also, D'Angelo told you I got more than just some good. Can we say explicatives on here? And
all
some
right.
money. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder?
Ray Charles.
Who's the best of the blind?
Ray Charles. Ray Charles.
You going with Ray Charles?
I'm gonna go with Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
Because
I can't be mad at it.
I think Ray Charles was the pioneer of. Ray Charles was the first Al Green. I'll give you that.
Low key.
So what Al Green did was not new. He kind of was a biter.
He was a biter.
But that's
low key.
He was the first person to infuse the gospel feel with the R&B, and he did it at a time where it was not acceptable. Everything that Ray Charles did was pioneering for a nigga who couldn't see.
Who was himself.
What you going with?
This is difficult.
No disrespect to the blonde.
I'm going to go with Stevie Wonder. And the reason why is a combination of impact.
Impact. Okay.
Yeah.
Impact.
I mean, and a lot of these artists that we talked about is, you got to kind of...
Just enough.
Impact is crazy. I mean, he was instrumental in making Martin Luther King Day a day.
Yeah.
Because of his song.
And not only his political work.
His political work, but I'm saying the song...
The song came after he put in years of political work.
Absolutely. But the song kind of catapulted it to another level. So for an artist to use their art to kind of really progress, like the movement of the time, I gotta go with that.
You're going with Stevie.
I gotta go with that.
Who you going with,
Stevie?
I gotta go with that.
I'm going with Stevie easily. I love Ray Charles, but look, Stevie Wonder's he's his own school of music.
But Stevie Wonder did the political stuff too. I mean, Ray Charles.
But Ray Charles did the political stuff too. I'm going just straight up on music. Stevie Wonder is his own school of music. Mm-hmm. Before Prince, he played all the instruments himself. He produced his own records.
Hit all the broads.
This motherfucker he's still holding on to his hair somehow. When you listen to vocals, when you listen to Charlie Wilson, when you listen to everybody, they all sound like Stevie. When you listen to Aaron Hall, sound like Stevie. R. Kelly, sound like Stevie. All these niggas sound like Stevie.
True.
But can't none of them play the instruments like Stevie.
Yeah, no. They can't do that.
Songs in the Kid Life is the greatest album ever written, period.
You gonna go there.
Songs in the Kid Life is the greatest album of any genre ever.
Yeah.
All right, man. He's going with Stevie.
That's a hot take.
I'm going with Stevie, too. All right, let's keep going, man. This is interesting thing. Have you guys heard about this? Oh, we had one more. I'm sorry. All right, who we choose? I'll go first on this one. I am choosing Erykah Badu, and I'll tell you why. Jill Scott is a bad mother sucker.
Bad as hell.
She's bad. And I've been to her concerts more than once. And it's a lot of screaming and yelling and screaming. Like, so everybody knows I got this voice, man. Ah! Well, Erykah Badu just hits you with the lyrics, man, and the soul, and the styles, and just the flavor, man. So I'm rolling with Miss Erykah Badu. I see you next lifetime, baby. What you say, Melrose? Let's keep it quick.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott?
Jill Scott. I think Erykah Badu has hypnotized every nigga in the world.
Including this one.
Including, like, this nigga's prone
That's
to where...
worth something. That's worth something.
It is, but
something.
I don't think it's so much the music.
I think under her spell.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Jill Scott, Long Walk Home.
Oh, okay. What you say?
I'm going to go with Erykah Badu.
Give us the quick explanation.
Damn. Can I really go with Erykah? I don't know. I guess Erykah, everything that she does is like she does like visuals and she does like the shows plus the music plus the like persona. She does all of it as an artist. But Jill Scott, when she hits that, she's a classically trained singer. She can hit the opera like nobody can. But I'm gonna go with Erykah because she's more comprehensive.
I'm gonna go with Erykah. I love them both. I saw them both live this year. They both put on great shows. Erykah Badu gonna give you a different show every time you see her.
Yeah.
But on top of that, just with music, lyrical content, Jill Scott talk about saving everything through cooking food and chicken wings.
This is true.
And when you listen to Erykah Badu, she's doing the same thing Maurice White did with Earth and Fire. She's really taking back to Kemet. She's taking you back to Africa prehistoric times when you start to understand your African knowledge.
With the rhythms and everything.
And we started to understand the Egyptian Book of the Dead and all of our African spirituality. Okay. She's taking you back to that subconsciously. So she's her deepness, Erykah.
Erykah understands sonics. She's very sonically. She's about sonics. And a lot of artists don't understand sonics.
Yes.
A lot of artists don't understand feeding a nigga some grits, some eggs.
Well.
The basic
Sonics
shit.
versus
We're going to take a break, you guys.
Basic shit.
We're going to take a quick music break, y'all. We're going to play one joint and we're going to come right back. All right, Mike Robertson Boulevard. We're talking music. You say it ain't going to be ready.
Hey, man, I love that loveliness right there. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. You a thunderstorm and I'm Katrina. I'm a big giant and you Thumbelina. I saw my first reggae show with Tipatinas with Pato Bantan smoking his Sensamina. You dress like a ballerina. I'm a Leo, the real king, like Regina. I prefer the shotgun over the Nina and the Rego over the Six Fina. I put my saw on your neck like talking Tina. I be jogging this shit, so I'm walking leaner. My mom's just died, so I'm talking meaner. I'm looking for Inglewood, has anybody seen her? I heard she fucked with Hawthorne on the side and smoke and drink with Gardena. I'm the middle line between good and bad, like the Los Angeles sports arena. You got roses in your bowl like Pasadena. I be with a gang of niggas like Altadena. They call us niggas and Mexicans wetbacks. That's how they keep that wedge between us. Can't fuck with me. From sea to sea, hey, from sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. Call me a nigga, that's the least of my worries. Niggas be busting off these shots and flurries. It's a beautiful thing like Keith Murray. Like Flavor said, yo, my vision ain't blurry. If you want some, step up, hurry, hurry. I'm stuck on the pot like the juices of curry, and I still can't see out this hole. I'm supposed to feel rich though, I got skin to gold. Let the story be told and the truth unfold. Niggas came through rude in a black Camaro, rolled down the window and exposed the barrel. Bullets flew through the sky like a sparrow. My escape was narrow, cause I hit the dirt. Them bitches I was with, I could see if they skirt. I told them get down unless you wanna get hurt. Them bullets whizzing past your dome piece hurt. I laid across the pitcher's mound at Centinela Park is where the shit went down. I told them shit ain't changed, niggas shooting at me, and I ain't even in the game. Shit ain't changed, niggas shooting at me, I ain't even in the game. From sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see.
Nothing I do is rap.
Word up.
Yeah, Ingo.
Another feature from the impeccable sounds of Mike Robertson.
That's the latest Mike
Sounded good to
Boogie
me.
Mike Boogie.
rhyme schemes and patterns.
Love it.
Repping
Thank
ING
you, thank
to the
you.
fullest.
Woo!
All right, man. So we're talking about music today, y'all. It's Mike Robertson, live on Mike Robertson Boulevard. Catch me at King Mike Boogie. I got DeJuan Brown here next to me doing the Encyclopedia Brown isms of music. You know what I'm saying? I got Miss Sunray next to me on the left.
He did me that way on purpose, and that's so shady. But luckily, I can represent for myself as Sunset Brown from Inglewood all day, every day.
And then we got Mr. Melrose Uncut. All right, and POTUS on the boards. All right. I'm going to throw out some names, and you guys are going to tell me what their best album is. All right? You got that?
Okay.
Let's go through it.
It's getting real.
Starting off the top with the king of them all, Michael Jackson. Melrose, what's his best album?
I'm going to go with the joint with Human Nature. What's that?
Off the Wall?
Off the Wall. Off the Wall.
Is that Off the Wall?
It's off the wall.
Off the Wall is the album I'm referring to. Off the Wall is my
Off the
favorite.
Wall.
That's tough.
Wait, are we sure it's off the wall? Maybe
think
it's
it's
bad.
No, it's Thriller, huh?
Oh, it's a Thriller?
Yeah.
No. My favorite album is Off the Wall.
Your favorite album
Yeah.
is Off the Wall.
Off the Wall.
Okay,
Yeah.
Off the Wall.
Yeah.
All right, what about you?
My favorite record is Bad because I was like in a hospital.
I'm sorry.
Y'all didn't ask me.
I'm sorry,
this.
did you say bad? Did you say?
I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, I'm sorry. What's
Thriller.
the problem?
She said, what's the problem?
This is a comedy show. Keep going.
I was in a hospital and Michael Jackson nurse came through hitting all the kids that was in the hospital. I literally got ran over
When
by
you
a
say
car.
hidden, what you mean?
I got ran over by a car. I was in a hospital.
Okay.
Michael Jackson's like personal nurse came through, like Mike Whoop passed out all the albums or whatever with his signature and gave us tickets to the Bad tour.
Oh, shit.
I was in the second row at the Bad tour. A bitch fell out. Oh, is that okay?
No, you can
Yeah,
cuss
you
on the
good.
show. Fuck
Okay,
bitch.
cool.
bitch fell out.
A bitch fell out right in front of me and like low key fell on me, and I was at the Bad tour because Michael Jackson was like, "This poor little
Oh, that's
girl."
what's up.
Whoop.
I think I
And
would
I'm
like Bad,
connected
too.
forever to
Yeah,
Bad
I would be.
because of that album. He signed it. I was there. He was right there in my face singing.
The album was bad? It was all bad?
No, it's bad. The album is bad. I got the album at home with his signature on it,
That's dope.
telling me to get well. So shout out to you,
Man in the
Michael.
Mirror is probably one of the greatest songs ever written.
Which one?
Man in the Mirror is probably one.
Oh, Man in the Mirror, that
The
was real
message-
shit,
the
man.
message of that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga find out you was a girl and start responding to you.
Shout out to Quincy Jones.
All right, I'm going with
Man in
Off
the
the
Mirror
Wall
is
on this one.
shit.
I'm going with Off the Wall, man. Easy call for me right there, Melrose. I'm going with Off the Wall, man. I liked every single song, and I used to play that shit all night long until my tape
Your tape.
stopped and popped.
To
All
your
that
tape.
Is that
top.
the joint
What
with
do you
Paul
say, man?
McCartney?
Easily, no, that was
The Girl
Thriller.
Is Mine.
That was Thriller. Off the Wall for me. Off the Wall, you had, man, Louis Johnson on bass for them songs, man. You had Tom Ford arranging the horns. Man, that's the greatest production and the greatest ensemble of musicians ever.
Yeah.
Off
You
the
had
Wall.
Joe Sample on the keys, George Duke. I mean, that's the greatest Off the Wall easily.
What
All
album
right.
was the nigga in the yellow sweater?
What yellow
Yellow
The
sweater.
nigga had the yellow sweater with the bow tie.
What that? ABC.
Did
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
have on the yellow
This
sweater?
nigga had on the yellow sweater.
Oh, that
with
was on Paul McCartney's album. Say, that video.
Say,
no.
say.
This is
what you want.
I don't
The bow he had
recall
a bow
the
tie
yellow
and a
sweater.
on Thriller.
I don't know about the album cover, man. I
don't know about the yellow.
Man. Maybe that's that.
It
poster
don't
you have on
really
your
matter.
wall.
You can put Off the Wall,
Human
Bad,
Nature.
or Thriller
Human
against
Nature.
any
I like
album
them all.
and it'll knock
Human
them all
Nature.
out.
All right, next person. What is his best album? Next artist, Prince.
Oh, that's so difficult.
Do niggas even know Prince albums?
Do you not?
I do not.
Oh,
I just know.
Buster Patrol.
Sign of the Times.
I do not know Prince albums.
Damn, what a guy. Pass.
I hate to be predictable and keep going back to Impact, but I'm going to go back to Purple Rain because of Impact again. It was like
Oh, he gave you some tickets to the Purple Rain
He
tour?
did not. I don't have any
He
personal.
came through in the same hospital on a motorcycle.
Okay, y'all gonna do me like that.
He
But
came through on a motorcycle.
Y'all gonna do me like
She
that.
jumped in the Lake Minnetonka and shit.
I did not get my body purified in the rivers of Lake, in the
Whatever
Lake
that
of May.
shit was.
But however, sometimes I gotta go with impact, and just Purple Rain was just like
Booyah.
it was a social event,
Oh, okay.
and I gotta go with Purple Rain.
All right, I'm going with 1999. That's my favorite. There was just so many joints, and that was like during the time period of my life where slow dancing came into play majorly, and man, it saved my life. Dude.
Did they have What album was Scandalous on?
Scandalous?
Scandalous. Talk about you and me. What album was that?
Is that a Prince?
Y'all niggas don't know Prince albums.
Is that
I don't
Doomy
know,
Baby?
I don't know
You
that
niggas
song.
do not know Prince. You don't know Scandalous?
Melrose, you couldn't name
No, I
a
don't.
Prince album.
If that's
I don't
me.
know. I know Prince songs. I don't know Prince albums.
I don't know a Prince
I was
song
never
called
really
Purple
a
Rain, Controversy, 1999.
Controversy.
Yeah.
I don't know Scandalous. You're the encyclopedia. Do you know Scandalous? What
Nah, I
he's
do
talking
not.
about?
You what the hell you talking
Nobody
about?
Swear
knows.
to God, you don't know
I'll probably say
Scandalous.
Sign
Sign
of the Times.
Dictionary.
Oh, yeah, I'm not mad at that.
I'll probably say Sign of the
I
Times.
can.
All right, let's
I can
keep going.
dig
We got to
it.
move quicker. All right, look. Next person.
Scandalous
Bob Marley.
was the name of the album.
Okay.
Oh,
The
she
Scandalous-
hit us.
The
The
Scandalous
poet
album.
hit us off.
When did that come
Scandalous
out?
album is my favorite
When did
Prince
that come
album.
out? What year is that?
Nigga,
Oh, actually, it's from the soundtrack, the Batman soundtrack.
the Batman.
Okay. Bad dance pop. Bad dance pop, but I didn't know nothing about the Scandalous album.
Are you jocking the Batman
No,
soundtrack?
I am jocking
Melrose?
Scandalous, the song, nigga.
I need to get my bars.
You
up.
one of them under the cherry moon type
No,
niggas.
nigga, I fuck with Under the Cherry Moon, nigga. I did fuck with Under the Cherry Moon.
All right,
Tricky.
man. Did we say?
I was
Are you?
fucking-
We said Bob Marley?
Oh, Bob Marley. Now we're talking Bob Marley. I know
Versus
Melrose don't know Bob Marley album,
Best
so
Bob.
he's gonna pass.
Bob Marley's best album to
passing.
me is Woman No Cry.
No Woman, No Cry.
What album was that?
That's a song, goddammit.
What is that? Legend? Is that?
You niggas
Legends
do
of
not
Greatest
even
Hits.
know.
It's not on
Like,
my
this
shit.
is so unprofessional to have a bunch of niggas who don't know.
I'm supposed to know your favorite album. You're supposed to know your own favorite
What
album.
nigga knows a Bob Marley album?
I do.
I do too, man.
Okay, so
You fucking researched it because of
I
I
gotta
like
go
Bob
with-
Marley, man.
I gotta go with Survival.
Hell, you're
Oh, Survival.
Survival, because if you listen to Survival, like literally like the blueprints on how to get out of the situation we in as African people around the world.
All right,
This
all right.
motherfucker said, "No one but ourselves can free our mind."
Period.
The niggas don't understand. Niggas still going to church, giving 10% for somebody else to free our mind. And Bob
Period.
Marley told your ass, "You the only one that can do it." Survival. Africa Unite was on that shit.
Look, my best one was Rebel Music. I won't even get into it, man, because we run out of time. I'll move on to the next subject.
Okay.
But Rebel Music was mine. Anyway, now we're talking about the best soundtracks, all right? We're talking about movie soundtracks. And I'm going to tell my top 4 right now, just to get it on the water, on the table, and y'all can come in with what you're going to come in with. Number 1, not in no order, but no, I'll just say this in number 4. Saturday Night Fever from the Bee Gees, man. I fucking
That's a good album.
love that soundtrack.
How white of you.
Yes, exactly. How right of me.
White of you. White is right. I get it.
Next one, Love Jones. Oh man, it wasn't super platinum and all that, man, but I
That was a good one.
love that soundtrack. A mix of hip hop, jazz, and some R&B flavor. I love it. Next one. My all-time favorite, almost there, is Superfly by Curtis Mayfield, man. You listen to that album from front to back. That tells you the whole story of the black plight in the inner city ghettos. You know what I'm saying? I'm rolling with Superfly. Last one, my favorite, all-time favorite is Purple Rain. Best soundtrack ever made by Prince. I'm with you on that last. When Doves Cry, all that shit. Darling Nikki. Melrose, this was not your era, though.
I'm going to go with my all-time favorite. I'm just going to give one.
Flow.
My all-time favorite soundtrack was Above the Rim.
That was a good one. That was a
Above
good
the
one.
Rim.
That was a good ass
Great
soundtrack.
Doggy Style, DJ Rogers, the Dog Pound shit.
BBD, all kind of shit.
Isn't that the one with coming in? Even though I'm a who.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was on there
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Above the Rim.
Yeah.
Above the Tupac.
You got
Hoochie Feet love too.
Tupac,
I love
Above the
Hoochie Feet love
Rim.
too.
All right, what you say? Sunset Brown.
This is a difficult one. I really love Jungle Fever. That's a Stevie Wonder. I love Jungle Fever. I think that's an absolutely
For
great
you fake Stevie Wonder niggas.
soundtrack.
Living just
I love Jungle Fever, and also I think
Nigga,
I'm
that
gonna
was
go
New
with
Jack
that too.
I lost it that quick, but it's Whitney Houston, the movie.
Boomerang.
Bodyguard?
No.
Bodyguard.
No,
Wait, Preacher's Wife?
Preacher's Wife.
Waiting to Exhale.
Oh, Waiting to Exhale.
Waiting to Exhale was a wonderful soundtrack. As a woman, I got to represent for us. They had Brandy. You had Shantae Moore. You had Whitney Houston. You had Aretha Franklin. Why Does It Hurt So Bad? You had the best of all women in R&B music, period, on that soundtrack. And your mom, your mom, and your grandma could all get your life to the same album.
Nice.
I gotta go Superfly.
You going with Superfly?
The Mac.
Oh, the Mac.
The Mac. Willie
Mac
Hutch.
is a cold
Willie
soundtrack.
Hutch.
Oh,
Up there. Boomerang.
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 Oh, yeah. Johnny Gill.
Johnny Gill and the Keith Washington, all that.
Melrose.
I fuck
And-
Want to do some New Jack Swing right
It's
now?
Tony Braxton on that Boomerang
Tony
soundtrack.
Braxton, that's when we first found out about it.
Oh, that's
Love
that
Should
introduced
Brought You
her
Home
because
last night.
Anita Baker was supposed to sing that, and then she backed out of it. And so they asked Tony to sing that in Anita's register.
Perfect.
Wait, can you do
And
that
then-
line? Can you do
and
that
then
line?
one more.
Wait, hold on. Can you do that line no, not the singing. Can you do the Halle Berry line, how she said in the movie?
Love should have brought your ass home last night.
And one more. My favorite all-time soundtrack, most people don't know this shit was a soundtrack. That's The Way of the World by Earth, Wind & Fire.
I didn't know.
Most people don't know that shit was a terrible movie.
What was the movie?
That's The Way of the World.
Oh,
And that album was a soundtrack.
damn, was that
That
a
shit-
short film?
It was like a film. I saw the shit on
Yeah.
YouTube. It was a movie about Maurice White looking for a kalimba, but the album turned out to be the greatest Earth and Fire album of all time. So.
Deep cover, too, just for that one
Oh,
song.
and that's introducing Snoop.
Oh, deep cover, nigga. Deep cover, nigga.
Deep cover gave us
That not
Snoop.
big as if they do, they getting
Yeah.
wet up.
Nasty,
I
Melrose.
probably got deep cover soundtrack more than the movie too.
That's
Yeah.
nasty.
Most of
Yeah,
them.
the movie was just all right.
What?
Okay, so now we're talking about the best of the best.
Fake
Melrose-
movie going, nigga.
Hey, save that for the movie
I'm
show.
going to go with you, though, on that one. Let's go. Let's keep going.
All right, look. Best of the best. I'm going to throw out the category. You just tell me the best of the best. Try to keep it within one word. We got a lot to cover. All right, best of the best. Singer, Melrose.
So difficult.
Best singer. I'm going to go with,
Oh, Jesus.
damn.
Hey, can this nigga Al Toomer shut up?
Best singer I'm going to say is...
So difficult.
There's no best singer, man.
It's so difficult.
Oh, you passed it?
Roberta Flack. I'm a Roberta Flack. I'm going to go Roberta Flack.
All right.
There's no fucking best.
Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. I love it. All right, man.
Both with amazing
I'm
range.
rolling with Aretha, man, as a woman.
I would agree with that too.
Amazing
and
range.
Marvin Gaye as a man. I'm rolling with
I
those two.
fucks with those
All
too.
four.
It's
All right.
unfair to say what the best singer is.
I agree.
Melrose can't handle it. All right. Best of the best. Who's the best rapper, Melrose?
Jesus, this is difficult.
My favorite rapper has always been LL Cool J.
LL Cool J?
LL.
Comprehensively, I'm going Jay-Z. Leave me alone before I change my mind.
All right, Jay-Z. All right. I'm rapper all around, everything included. I'm going Tupac.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. I love it. Best of the best. Who's the best producer, Melrose?
Best
Yeah,
producer.
Jesus.
I'm going to go with Dr. Dre.
DJ Premier, Primo.
Ooh, we jumping there with it, huh? What you say, DeJuan?
Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones.
That's a
From
great.
jazz to hip hop, he
saying-
produced it all.
Yes,
I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying
And pop.
Quincy Jones.
Everything in between.
Yeah, and pop.
Yeah, everything.
I'm saying Quincy Jones. He even had a son that's dope.
Yeah,
That's how dope he is. He got QD3. Best of the best. Who's the best musician?
I'm going to go with Greg Dalton, G-Mac, from the Polyester Players. Best guitar player I've ever seen.
Shout out G-Mac.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to go Bootsy Collins.
Hell yeah, I love Bootsy.
You going Bootsy with it.
Love Bootsy.
Bootsy! I'm saying Prince.
I'm saying Stevie.
Can't even be mad at none of that.
None of it.
All right, best of the best. Who's the best dancer, Melrose?
The best dancer. I'm going to go with Chris Brown.
Oh, that's a hot take. You better get your ass out of here.
I'm going to go with Chris Brown.
Ooh, that's a hot take. I'm going MJ, Michael Jackson all day.
Man, I'm going Michael Jackson all day, too. How that nigga walked on that little sidewalk when that shit was lighting up. Nigga.
Michael Jackson wasn't shit without the moonwalk. I'm going to tell you niggas that
Are
right
you
now.
kidding yourself right now?
Michael Jackson was not shit without the moonwalk.
James Brown, Michael Jackson combined everybody.
Let's think about anything.
Are you kidding me?
Michael Jackson is the fucking moonwalk.
Oh, you gotta knock yourself out.
Michael had like 10 years of selling out arenas before he debuted the moonwalk.
Knock yourself out.
Michael Jackson got the best robot ever.
But
When you look
nigga,
at that shit.
Dancing Machine. Have you seen Dancing Machine? He kills everybody. I wish Chris Brown would.
I wish he would.
I wish Chris Brown would.
It was so fuck over Michael Jackson.
You gotta.
No.
Bro, I can't even deal with you right now.
Michael Jackson was an imitation James Brown.
It was way different.
Come on, man.
My brother.
Did you see them socks, nigga?
I did. That's what had niggas
Michael
fucked
Jackson
up.
turned his
Was
head
the
and
glitter.
I bet you that person that passed
What
out
niggas
when he
wear
turned
white
his head.
socks with black pants and black shoes?
You watched that situation that was going on in Captain
what a
EO,
haterade.
bro.
Haterade.
Captain EO's the shit.
All right, who's the best? Best of the best, Melrose. Live performance. Who's the best of the best?
I am definitely going to go with
Can't.
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Ooh.
Parliament.
Oh, you rolling with Parliament?
Parliament.
Parliamentary. What about you?
I'm going Earth and Fire, but I'm not going to disagree with Parliament either. But I got to go Earth and Fire.
That's what I'm going with. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Do you
Earth and Fire used to have magic shows and shit.
Parliament is Earth, Wind, and Fire, except with roller skates and diapers.
And the mothership. and 15 musicians.
And a whole bunch of cocaine. Get with it.
Frankie Beverly was just straight
You
music.
think about it,
The
Parliament
motherfucker
had the
no
greatest
tricks.
ensemble of musicians ever put together.
Ever.
You had the booth, you had the James Brown horn section, you had the Ohio Players keyboard, all that.
Wasn't no fake ass costume.
It was
Wasn't no going to the moon.
days.
Nah, none
It
of
was
that.
just nigga 1, 2, 3, boom.
I'll give you that because James Brown birthed what Parliament did, but they took it to another level with the aid of drugs.
Them niggas was real greasy and sweaty
Dang.
in that shit.
You know.
All right.
You had to get high just to fuck with them niggas.
All right, next
That's
one.
true.
Next one. Who is the most slept on artist of all time? While you're thinking, I will throw mines out there. The super dopeness niggas are sleeping on majorly. It's Grace Jones.
Oh, that's a great one.
Do not sleep.
I will
Pull
put
up to
all
my
my
bumper,
money
baby.
behind Grace Jones. And she's like the fundamentals behind Rihanna,
Exactly.
Beyonce.
All of them.
All of them. Name them all. Name them all. Name them all. Madonna. I'm going to go with that.
Mahogany and shit. All that shit.
Everybody. That's a hot take.
Melrose. Most slept on.
I don't know.
Melrose passing.
Give me. No, I'm not passing.
Oh,
Just
just-
give me a second.
skip.
Let
You're going to come back to that question. Yeah,
bring my shit back.
Most slept on?
That's so difficult for me. I feel like everybody that I love was not slept on. They were exalted, so it's hard.
So you don't have that joint where you be like, dang, if niggas only knew this shit was hot.
It's difficult. I really like Khalees, and I felt like she was ahead of her time, and I feel like in a different time and space, she could have been more than what she was, but I wouldn't exalt her past people who already have happened, but I'll go with Khalees.
I'm not mad at that call.
I'm going to go with Khalees.
Yeah. What you say?
I'll say this person recognized, but I don't think people understand the depths of how great he is. Nile Rodgers. He's sort of recognized,
I'll roll.
but people don't understand that if there is no David Bowie without Nile Rodgers, there's no Madonna without Nile Rodgers, there's no Pharrell without Nile Rodgers, and there's no Bad Boy hits at all without Nile Rodgers. And he's still doing it like to this day. And he kind of just, most people, he never really get mentioned.
And since you say it, I'm going to add in Roy Ayers.
Roy Ayers.
Roy Ayers
is the soul.
Roy Ayers is my final answer since you said
I'm
that.
with you with that
I'm with
because
you with
we
that
listen to Eric
too.
Badu,
That's
Jill
my
Scott.
Yeah.
None of that.
All Roy
Tribe Called
Old,
Quest.
None of that
all Roy
exists.
Ayers, Tribe. It's all Warriors undertones. D'Angelo.
I love it.
I'm with that.
That's a good
I'm
one.
with that.
That's a good one.
Final
All right.
answer.
All right, I got 2 more quick items. This is a funny thing I just wanted to point out. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but there's this thing about age 27 where all these famous top-notch musicians all passed away at age 27. Did you guys know? You guys know about that?
I do.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. You are a
Amy
gem,
Winehouse
boo.
is one.
You are a gem. I miss you. Love you.
Jimi Hendrix. Janis.
Kurt Cobain.
Joplin. Jim Morrison. Kurt Cobain. It's like 25 of them. It's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We'll revisit this when it's 27 of the niggas who died at 27.
Right now, I think there's 26, I think. Yeah.
We'll see who dies next.
All right, man. All right, last but not least, what was my last thing I was going to say? Oh, last but not least, let's talk about the top duets.
Rick James and Tina Marie.
Oh!
Fire and Desire.
Daz and Corrupt.
Hey! On any song, on any block.
If you want
Daz and Corrupt and Daz, Diggles and Pennies, and Pounds of Hash.
I don't know. That's pretty damn good.
That's a hard one.
Okay, with her Adidas jacket on.
Yeah.
Keep it hip
The Poetess hit us off.
But see, look, that doesn't really count because they're a group. They're a group.
They're good. Dog pound count.
I mean,
I would say
a duet is usually people from 2 separate groups coming together.
I'll give you one. Cube and Rage.
Cube and Rage, which one?
I'm sorry. I'm not right to say Rage.
Yo-Yo?
I said Rage. I'm dyslexic like a
Yo-Yo and Cube.
Yeah.
Yo-Yo and Cube.
You can't play with my yo-yo. That's pretty good, man. I think I was rolling with definitely the same as Melrose. Tina Marie and Rick James cannot be faded.
They can't be fucked with.
They can't be
fucked with at all.
What you say?
Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell.
Oh, Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell. I can't be mad at that either.
I'm going to stick with that.
All right, man. Well, this has been fun, y'all, man. We tried to dig into some musical concepts, man. Explore who we like and stuff, man.
D'Angelo and
D'Angelo and Lauryn Hill. That's a beautiful ass song.
Yeah.
That was hot. But somebody said it earlier, the Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney, that says...
The girl is mine.
Yeah, the girl is mine.
Meth and Mary J.
Michael Jackson
yes. And that video was hot.
Meth and Red, too. Meth and Red.
Yes.
Meth and Red.
Meth and Red. Meth and Mary J.
Yeah.
Oh, Meth and Mary J.
Somebody out there for you didn't.
Jay-Z and Foxy. Y'all, I love Jay-Z. So
Jay-Z and Foxy.
Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. Sunshine with... who was it?
No, I'm thinking of Ain't No Nigga.
I was actually thinking of Sunshine that had a Babyface in it. Touch me with solid gold. I can't go a day with. Y'all don't know that, but that's
I know it, but it didn't really rise to the top.
Didn't register, but that's a hot song.
That didn't peak the top.
It's a super hot song. Look it up, Jay-Z, Foxy, and Babyface.
I didn't toss the top. That's like picking John Travolta and
song.
Olivia Newton-John.
You didn't say it had to be popular. You just had a great song, a great collab.
All right, man. Cool, y'all. Well, look, y'all, thanks for tuning in, man. At Mike Robertson Boulevard, we talking about music this week, man. That was great. We had a lot of fun. I want y'all to come check us out. Three out of 4 of us going to be live at the J Spot on April 21st. Live on Mike Robertson Boulevard in person. Getting busy. Follow me at King Mike Boogie on everything. And hey, man, tell them where you're going to be, Dewan, and where they can find you.
I'm now be on radio every Friday night, AM 900, from midnight to 2 in the morning. Listen up for the sports report and the music report.
Oh, shit. All right.
Yeah. Me, I'm a community activist, and I work with children and babies. You can find me at Great Beginnings for Black Babies. That's gbbb-la.org. Anybody you know who's pregnant, black, and got babies, we looking out for them in all ways possible. So that's where I'm at.
That's
a fact. April 21st, find me at the J Spot with the King Mike Boogie. We're going to rip that motherfucker apart.
I love it. Yeah. All right, man. Thanks to the POTUS in the building, Morris Media Studios, live, and we are live. Big ups to Al Toomer for talking real loud from the kitchen.
Sunset, sing us out. Sunset, sing us out. You're my celebrity.
You're my celebrity, baby. Go ahead and shine. I'll wait in line till I make you mine.
Oh, man. All right, that was some flavor
we
right
at?
there. Let's run with it. Bust something, Melrose. It's too late.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh. And promise not to leave nothing left. If you bomb it, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting. Till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.